Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Swing Trading Show, Wednesday, October 25th, 2017. The markets are going down quite fast right now, and at the same time, we have a rebound on the energy sector and the gold sector. So we just found USO. Oops, that's a funny quote, because you see USO did this from there to there, and suddenly came back right here. So we're gonna wait a little bit before, and so far the gold went up to within the last few minutes. It's a 1-minute chart here, so since about half an hour, and right now it's coming the other way, so after the resistance, so we have to wait there a little bit more too. So whatever, we'll look at it within the next few minutes. So let's go right now with the financial result. Boeing is going down, just a slight correction, but I mean there's a lot of correction. There's a lot of stock that are going down on the Nasdaq market right now. First of all, we will look at the index. You see, Nasdaq is definitely beginning a correction. It's not a downtrend, it's still an uptrend. It's the reversal of the last bullish cycle, but there is no downtrend nearby right now, but it could go down for a few days, of course. And the Dow Jones is just erasing yesterday's quote, and the SPY is also beginning a correction, while, you know, so far, if you look at the SPY there too, you know, until it had reached 250, 247, it's just going to be a correction. We're far from a downtrend right now. And the TSX is also doing a small correction. So for the day, it's a bad day. It's the worst day on the Dow Jones since months. But so far, it's still just a good correction. So Boeing is going down on its earnings, which are better, 272 as opposed to 266. 85 to 90 cents to Visa, that begins a new bullish cycle, but it's not continuing it right now. Coca-Cola was up and down on positive by 1 cent at 50 cents. AT&T 1 cent less. The stock is breaking through. And actually, it's totally the reverse as we see on our side for TELUS. Remember that a little bit later. I can show it to you right now. So that's the AT&T doing a new low. And this is the TELUS that's doing a new high. So totally the opposite. And and AT&T, if you look at it, it's riding towards the bottom of the last 5 years, and it will probably reach it. And after that, we have Northrop Grumman that is going up also. 292, 368. Norfolk Southern is going down on a positive earnings from 164 to 165. Walgreen 121 to 131. The stock was going up and now is down. And Akamai is breaking out but is coming back on the movement. And Freeport McMoRan 31 to 34 is going down. Advanced Micro Device is going down too. Even though it went from 8 cents to 10 cents. Chipotle 165 to 133. The stock is severely breaking down. And it's a new low for the year, and it's heading towards the low of the last 5 years. And Air Canada now is breaking its very short-term support, as you can see here. So there's no longer an uptrend there as soon as it's breaking here. So if you haven't reduced your position since a while on the Air Canada, that would be a good idea to diminish the position right now. And Canadian National Railways went down on its earnings, 132 to 131, but came back about halfway since. And lumber liquidator was going up. It's now testing its support, and it has just clear a suit that they have. They will pay 22 million and in cash and 14 millions in credit, buying credit in the stores. So this is mostly it. There's a news on Bombardier that will examine his delivery plan because Pratt and Whitney has solved a problem they had with the turbo reactor, and that will make the turbo reactor lasting longer, and they correct the problem, and they also send some parts to the companies that had already planes in service that has this problem, so they are going to give them the new parts. And so Bombardier is doing a small correction, and Nouveau Monde Graphite is mostly at its stop, but I think the whole sector is at its stop. It's time for profit taking, and that's exactly what happened, because it went up this morning and now it's going down a little bit on profit taking. And if you look at you have the global lithium also that is breaking down from its top right now. So be careful about the lithium. And I'll go through the lithium sector while I'm here right now. So with LAC there past this triple bottom here, this one here, there would be a short-term sell signal at $1.90. And Nemaska Lithium also would have one at 166.67. It would reverse the cycle, so it would be a good idea to take a profit if you have a very recent position in those. Pardon? Okay. And but Critical Element is not suffering from it at all, and it's very close to a new breakout at 186, 188. Would be nice whenever it happened. But Neo Lithium is also testing its short-term support. Millennial Lithium does the same, while Argentina Lithium broke out yesterday, still continuing today. If you bought this yesterday, I suggest that you already take some profit on it. International Lithium is the same thing. Take a profit on it, and position should be near to close on ORL there, because it's reversing its trend. But the lithium goes pretty well. And now let's see the graphite. Most of the graphite stocks are going up since quite a few days, and now it had reached a level where we should take profit because it looks like the end of the bullish cycle in the very, very short term. The question bar is open. Feel free to send me your question. I will be answering question right after the break.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The first question here from Robert. Do you think CIA will hold at 105? I was looking at the iron stock, Canadian iron stock. They're not looking very well right now, very nice right now. Alderon is still going down. New Millennium also championed that surge not long ago. It refused to pass this very clearly. It did, but momentarily, and there was only that single volume on this, and right now it's coming down. So I don't think it's going to hold the 105 as you said. I think it's going to get down to $1 at the least. Okay. Because you know, these are very small companies, but if you look at some other stocks like BHP Billiton right now is giving a sell signal, and Rio Tinto is giving a short-term sell signal as well, and Cliff is very close to that, and but these are the 2 principles. But AK Steel goes down too, Steel Dynamic goes down too. So you know, there's some selling pressure on the sector there. So I'm pretty sure this stock is going to go to the dollar, of course. And I think we should avoid all of the steel stocks for the moment. And for most of the other sector on the TSX, it's the correction everywhere except on the telecom because of TELUS. And that's the only thing. I have another stock that you might be concerned right now. It's SWY, starting with Diamond. So it's been downgraded by BMO, so that's why the stock is heading down, and it's not looking good at all, this thing. So for the financial service today, it's mostly a correction. I think at this level, it's getting very risky to buy any banks. And if you're into banks since a short while, would be a good idea also to reduce the position at the best price. But there's still a little bit of bullish momentum on those banks like Scotia, like Montreal. Imperial Bank of Commerce has not broken its support yet, so it's just a slowdown. And CI Financial and National Bank, and you know, so they're pretty well. It's Royal Bank that really inverse its last bullish cycle, but that's the only thing. In the industrial, it's a correction most everywhere. There is not Air Canada, as I said, is breaking its short-term support here. Would be a good idea to reduce your position right there. And WSP Global is still on the move, but it's not the time to buy. It's past this movement here at 55.90 to $56. But but WestJet is not looking very good because it's heading down towards its support. So by putting in danger its uptrend right now. So so there is not much buying pressure on this sector. Real estate is the same, and utilities is reversing its cycle. The consumer staple are just doing nothing since a while. And the technology has reached a resistance here, and it's the end of the bullish cycle. If you have a recent position in the technology sector, would be a good idea there to reduce there too. I would like to know about WRI. Okay, so the gold is on its support. The gold stocks are on their support as well. So it's a double, triple support for the gold and the gold stocks. So most of the stocks are doing the same thing, heading toward their support right now. And Yamana Gold is no different than the others, so it's exactly the same thing. Right now, there's no bullish momentum at all, and there is a risk of breaking this support once more there, and not only for Yamana, So everything is negative because the long-term uptrend is negative, the short-term uptrend is negative, the cycle is negative. So the only chance there for the stock is that the sector will bounce on its support and reverse the direction, but we're far from there. Right now, the pressure is on the downside. Okay, so so we don't know if you have this stock or not. So if you have it, you're getting close to a new breakdown, so a sell signal, but you're far away from any buy signal on this sector. So that's all I have for the questions. So far, the market is bouncing back a little bit on the Nasdaq market, but still it remains a negative trends, and on all sector, even the Dow and the SPY and the TSX as well, that is making an attempt to bounce back. There's a little bit of room yet on this, but I mean, we're not really sure. We have seen the bottom. What makes me think we could have a little bit more of a bounce back on the market? It's because now the gold stocks are coming back down, getting negative once more. But if I were you, I think I would avoid the energy sector and until USO really breaks out through this enormous resistance here. And the gas and the stock, I mean, there is no positive at all when you look at the stock, and it would take a while until we see any breakout there, because most of the stocks are following a downtrend and a bearish cycle. Some are sitting at their support, some are continuing. Oh, there's Husky there that is doing a movement, but it looked like it's about the only one stock on the sector. And you also have Peyto that gives a new sell signal today at $18.88. So the market are not very positive. So it's now, I think, to consider in some sector at taking profit if you are in these sector. And for the cannabis stock, I mean, right now we had a bounce back. See the ETF coming back towards a direction of its support. So it might be a sign that we're getting out of oxygen a little bit there on the sector. So for now, stop buying anything in this sector, because it seems like we may have a negative peak here, and we could experience some more correction on the sector. So if you have very, very recent position there where profits are there but not very, very big, I suggest to reduce the position and hold on a little bit until we see the bullish phase coming back on it, because it's not the case right now. So this is it for now, folks. Thank you very much for attending. And if you we have courses coming up on day trading, swing trading, and we have free software courses coming along with it. And we have 2 workshops in the next 2 months that are following the course as well. So you find the details on the French site of decisionplus.com. Thank you very much for attending. We'll catch you later.